What's up, peoples? Right now I'm just looking over the talking points, man. It's cool. I think doing like 3 a day is pretty progressive. It's a pretty good amount to do. And so the next topic, this topic right here is discipline, as you can see by the title of the course. And so I got that one. I'm just looking at the future ones too. And let's start the timer. Got that mug on 25 minutes, yeah. So discipline. Y'all know what a disciple is, right? When was the last time y'all seen a disciple? Disciples of Christ and things of that sort. Man, y'all know disciples of Christ is just another way of saying Christ being. You know, that's walking that Christ way. Christ was merely our brother. I like to make things easy to comprehend, right? So Christ was our brother, another being that came out of the womb, just like we all have. Did you come out of the womb? Let me ask you this. Did you come out of the womb? All right, so how was our brother any different? Right? Our brother came talking about the father, the mother, you know, his mother. A lot of part that ain't really talked about is his mother. Our brother loved his mother. Our brother Yah, let me be specific and say Christ, because, you know, I ain't got to go back and forth about that other word, that other term. But this is the true transition. Yah loved his mother, loved the woman. Don't you love your mama? Don't you love the woman? Didn't you come here through a woman? Through the womb? We all did. So, well, the people did. These entities, these other entities, oh, we y'all. Oh, we y'all. A lot of people like to be like, aliens and different races and stuff like that. Y'all look, yeah. Look, y'all know what a race is? A race ain't no different nationality, or like, you know how you got the Mexicans, the Native Americans, the Zimbabweans, and, you know, different nations, right? Race, if we gonna talk about race, man, we can talk about different type of species. Now we type of species, we the so-called humans, we the man, right? The man and the womans. We are men. These other entities, we are beings, right? We are beings. These other things are entities, right? And we don't function with them entities, boy. Y'all gotta know y'all enemy. And that's one of the talks. That's one of the talking points, man. Knowing y'all enemy. Humans or beings or mans really ain't y'all enemies. We should not by any means be going against each other and be talking down on each other, and you should be doing this like this and you should be saying that, and being so harsh on each other. We should not. Another key reason we're being like that toward one another is because of the manipulation that the entities put on the man. Once we recognize, once we're doing these steps, these early steps that I provided for my peoples, once we do these things, we can recognize the true enemy, the true evil on this planet that manipulated the humans or the man. So one step at a time, man. And one thing that gets us to recognize the things, and a lot of people, y'all might have some fear. Y'all might have some fear of the unknown, fear of the revelation and stuff like that, right? Look, man, you don't gotta be fear nothing. Cause what did that mud say in the passage in the Bible? What that mud say? Not a hair on your head will perish. Do you have more faith in that, or do you have more faith in it's just a wrap, everybody gonna die, everybody gonna perish? Because that lets everybody know your mental state, which one you align more with. And if you align more with a particular particular thing, if you align more with everybody gonna perish, you gonna be one of the motherfuckers that's perishing. While we that's aligning more with not a hair on your head will perish, that you will see everlasting life. I align with that. I'm with the community, my peoples, not with the capitalism. Everybody one person on top of another and everybody control. There's a difference between control and leadership. Control is, nigga, you gotta be over everybody. I need everybody to do this shit for me. I'm the puppet master. I got these niggas on lock. I got these niggas doing whatever I want. Leadership, leaders, we show and prove. Y'all like how I did that with that we in there, huh? We show and prove by just being. We here, we just talking amongst each other. We just, hey, look, man, this right there, and we're doing. You know, we're showing and proving by doing, by just merely by being. We're not coming. I'm not over here telling y'all, you do like this, you gotta do this. I provide these suggestions, right? Leaders that we provide these suggestions, we show and prove. I mean, I did want to go in the army. I did. What did I want to go in the army for? I wanted to go infantry. That's what I wanted to go for. Be the leader up in that big. You feel like I want to be one of those, one of the leaders and commander. This is something that has always been within me. A leader. A lot of people throughout my lifetime would tell me, man, you're such a great leader. I didn't want to step into that role. I didn't want to step into that position. Not amongst into this everyday society thing. I didn't want to be managers. I didn't want to go, not for other companies. However, for myself, yes, nigga, all day, every day. And I'm sitting there like, dude, why people ain't recognizing this stuff? You know, they recognize me. They recognize me, but I just wasn't being me to my fullest. I wasn't coming forth with what I needed to. I was still in my observation phase, just looking, learning, listening. You know, like, when I come forth, I got to do things like this. Just seeing the things that everybody, the successes and the successes, the things that did work and the things that didn't work. I was still in my builder phase. So for my people that just hasn't come forth just yet, I know what y'all doing. We know what y'all doing. Y'all building up. Y'all putting everything together still, just putting everything together. And then when you ready, you gonna come forth. So a lot of people did that for me. Much appreciated, y'all. Much appreciated, y'all. Y'all came forth before me and, you know, opened up the way, guided us on the way. Hey, much love. Much love to y'all, man. And then y'all opened up the way for me to be like, all right, cool. Okay, this is what I gotta do. Y'all made that easy for me. So I greatly appreciate y'all. Discipline. Discipline is knowing that there's a particular thing that must be done, a particular way that just has to be, and actually doing that and keeping true to that. Keeping true these days to particular disciplines or practices, you know, religion or whatever or whatnot. Keeping true to these particular things, what we like to do as a people in this era is talk about that and tell each other how we supposed to be doing that. This is what we've got to. We became talkers. We've become babblers, right? So, Jay, what are you doing then? What are you doing? Y'all gonna start seeing a lot of stuff that I've done and still doing to this day. And the great thing about this time period is y'all get to see if a being is actually being about that, is actually doing that, because everything is recorded. Everything is recorded, my people. Might as well come forth. If y'all see some stuff that I've done, like some private stuff that I've done, hey, I already asked for forgiveness. Forgive me. Like, I was on my journey, going through the same things all we are going through, man. I'm here. I'm actually on the planet. I bear witness to all kind of stuff, all kind of everything y'all all aware of, you know. And I've had my share on that thing too. So, however, being disciplined is being aware. And at this point in life, y'all, we all are aware, whether we want to acknowledge that, which is ignorance, or not. We all are aware of the things that we must be doing. That's just up to us to do that. So If you got this great business idea, a commerce idea, or this great way that you can help your fellow brother and sister on the planet, whatever, that's totally up to you to come forth with that. We don't know about that until you do. You might have that particular thing that gets us to that next step, but you haven't told us about that yet. What are you waiting for? I know you being patient and you still ain't feel, you might not feel like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know. A lot of us don't, my people. A lot of us don't. We are in a life of progression, coming forth by day. So do your little steps. Do your little steps, my brother, my sister. One step at a time. My elders, y'all got this. Y'all elders that got that beautiful, phenomenal idea. Hey, Trig, man, I got this idea. Hey, look, homie. Don't tell me about that, man. Don't tell me about that, man. Because what am I going to do? I can inspire you to do what you're supposed to do, but I can't do it for you. A lot of peace, man, before I start coming forth with these videos, because I got tons of videos, tons of goddamn Muel that I just ain't dropped yet. Like, and I'm doing future written Muel that I should have dropped prior Muel, just so y'all can comprehend the future Muel. So I got a lot of catching up to do myself with my own things. So when my peoples come to me, be like, Trey, hey man, let's start this, let's do the business. I'm sitting there like, look, if you ain't had a discipline to come forth with that yourself, why do you want to use my mental energy, my mental abilities to help you come forth with something, and gotta be engulfed in managing that with you when I got other stuff I gotta do myself as well? I would love to, yo. Don't get me twisted. Don't get it twisted. I love to. But another thing too, when you get involved in anybody else's creativity and stuff like that, it's a time thing. You gotta allocate your time that you doing your own thing. You gotta allocate your time to make sure that thing become a success too, and your time and your mental ability and stuff like that, as opposed to them using their own mind, coming forth with everything, and then with their partners and stuff, they need to just come in, do what needs to be done, and then they back to doing what they're supposed to do. So discipline, man, has a direct, let me reword that. Discipline regards the being or oneself directly. Discipline is about yourself. The things that you or me, that we do ourselves. We got to be disciplined. If you tell yourself, I'm going to hit 10 push-ups every day, be about that. Show to yourself, not to anybody else, man. That's the best thing to do too. You become this awesome, great being in the dark. And then when you finally come forth to everybody for them to see you, they like, man, hey, who is that? Hey, yo, this, you know, because they was doing everything in the dark. You know, we don't let nobody we don't just come out and just tell, hey, everybody, I'm a billionaire. Hey, yo, I'm doing all this now, man. No, come forth, mold yourself. You know, hone yourself, hone your skills, do your push-ups, homie. Do your push-ups. I tell myself, I ain't gonna tell y'all everything I'm about, because when you come out here telling everybody about the stuff they like to, y'all heard the song, Lenny, man. Da, 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 da. Look, a lot of my peoples, because you know they affected mentality, their corrupted mentality, they think bad about their fellow brother and sister. They think they put bad on them, on their fellow brother and sister. And that's cold. You shouldn't think no bad thing about me. You shouldn't think no bad thing about a brother sharing his perspective. Because at the end of the day, do you have to watch me share with you my perspective? No. You can come forth with your own perspective. Your perspective is the one that matters, right? And your perspective should be about, you know, the thing that you're coming forth with. Discipline. Be disciplined about your craft, your creativity. I love to see my brothers and sisters, man, in the community coming forth with they discipline, boy. I love when I'm scrolling, man. I see this one one of the cousins, man, all the time, man, with these paintings. Boom, boom, paintings, boom, boom. I'm so like, man, bro, on fire, coming forth with all these different meal creations. I'm like, man, bro, on fire. And yeah, a lot of us has reached that point where we are disciplined in our craft. We just do not get the support. And that's another topic. That is another topic. Because like I was saying earlier, man, those beings that control, and there's those leaders. Those are those leaders. We have those leaders. The leaders, right, they're coming forth with all this creativity, but they ain't got the driving force to get that pushed, you know? And not everyone are leaders. And that's cool. That's nothing wrong. We are leaders. We're not leaders in that particular way. In some areas we lead. Like for example, if you are a parent, a parent or whatnot, a mother or a father, you are a leader to your child. See, now that's a way that you are a leader. But in regards to creativity or business and stuff and things of that sort, some people really just don't got it. So if you're not the leader, you're gonna take the role of a support, and you're gonna help that being push they stuff and push that good. You're gonna put that good energy behind that. Hey man, make sure y'all go support this right here. Y'all hit that retweet. What is it called? Retweet, which is you sharing somebody else's things to another being so they can see that. Because like I said on the was it the memory video where I told everybody about the timelines and how that timeline is that's about us directly on your feed or whatever, what it's called, like a feed. When you scroll into your timelines, all that stuff is towards you directly. The stuff you see on your feed or your timeline, I might not see. I might not have a clue about. I can have a guess of what you see on your feed, your timeline. Big booty hoes. Yeah, man. The way that we as people, and this is a known thing, man, but the way we as people see other things is when we support each other, we share, and what is it called? Make sure we seen a lot on these YouTube videos. Make sure you like, subscribe, retweet, what is it called? Share, subscribe, like, share, subscribe. And it's gotten to a point where we gotta come out and tell each other, hey, yo, make sure y'all do this. Or peeps ain't gonna do it. That's bizarre, homie. That's bizarre. Peeps should automatically take the supportive role. We should automatically be supportive to each other. However, here go the peeps. Trig, nigga, how you gonna say this? And you ain't never did that. Hey, bro. You got me. Oh my gosh, you got me. Alright, you got me red-handed. What that man say? Hey, y'all know y'all seen that Spirit of Truth, bro. That dude, you got me red-handed. Hey, dude was hilarious, man. He said, cut that off. that was a beautiful thing for me to see, man. That was very entertaining. And he was being truthful to him. He was like, I am. But a lot of us, be saying, but I ain't gonna talk about that. I'm gonna talk about this right here. I've finally established a platform where I can go ahead and start liking and subscribing and sharing other people's creativities, creators and stuff like that. So apologies, my people, for not being as supportive as I could have been, but I will show and prove to y'all that I can be. So, big up, pardon me, had a burr. Big up to all my peeps, my creators that's pushing that good stuff in this world, to my peoples, to our brothers and sisters in this beautiful world, my planetary peoples. So big up to y'all, man. Y'all been doing this thing for a minute. Y'all been doing this thing for a minute. We gonna see the fruits of our labor. All right, now, discipline. just like for example, if we haven't come forth with our craft or whatnot yet, or we have been doing that, you know, we're disciplined, we're staying focused, we're putting our 10,000 hours in and things like that, and we're still not seeing no fruits. There are other avenues that we, for some reason, we may not be looking into. We might feel like, dude, I put all this work in, dude, and I ain't really see nothing. We got to look into those other avenues. What other avenues, Trig? Exactly. And that's up to you to find your particular craft. Like, this world is a beautiful world, and I don't want to say there's hindrances blocking us from attaining these positions that we need to be, but we really have to do some digging, and we really have to do some research, like, and ask questions. Why do we be asking these other beings that have done things like, oh, yo, how did you get that? And a lot of people come forward and be like, yeah, I was just disciplined, I applied myself, or, you know, I went to school and stuff like that. But they weren't telling them inner things. Like, for example, because we had that capitalistic mentality, and it's like, if we know once we start giving out particular information, then everybody gonna start being on that, and everybody gonna start pulling from that particular source. And it's like, if everybody pulling from that source, then that means that's we living in our resources. And yeah, man, but if you a painter, go to different art museums or art things, man, or it may not be something that's directly tied into the painting thing. You might have to go to like a film festival, you know, and, you know, function with them. I need my art in this movie. Somebody see that art in that movie, be like, oh wow, what piece is that? Talk to their connections, man. Hey man, look, you know, what was that art and scene with that specific time frame? Oh yeah, that was a piece by Pierre Devar. Pierre Devar, who is he? Oh yeah, his Twitter, his LinkedIn, or whatever, his information is right there. We at that age where we can tie in right back directly to whoever, almost immediately. Back before this time frame, we had corded phones. Back before that time frame, we had word of mouth. But when we coming from word of mouth, because we still got people on this planet that was just dealing with things straight up, word to mouth, just straight up. We coming from that era to where things can just happen like this. You just type a certain pin and you can see that being. Yo, we can really make some great things happen. But let me get into discipline. Let me focus on that. Let me be disciplined about this one. To summarize this, I got like 3 minutes. Stand laser focused and totally about that particular thing until that mud come forth, right? Making sure we are taking care of that particular responsibility and not straying away from that. That's discipline. Discipline is being told something like for your advancement and actually making that happen and actually sticking to that. Like the monks, like, oh, you gotta sit in one place for 8 hours and just breathe. Disciplined people can do that. Undisciplined people, they have a hard time doing that. They have a hard time staying still or staying in the same area for a given moment of time. They can't do it. They can't stay focused. Sugar has to do with that. It's hard to stay still when you got the jitters because you got sugar all in your body and you got caffeine all in your body. It's hard to stay still and just remain focused and keep things right there until you come forth with a particular mind mentality or the particular way to get something done. Everything is within us, like the rabbi said. Everything, all the information, everything we need is within us. We look into our mind, or we be still and just think. And then what comes forth? The way. The particular way to actually come forth with whatever we need. And if not, that particular thing that we need to do, that next step comes to us, right? Oh, look into this. You may not have thought about this particular area. Go ahead and look into this. Then you're like, oh, wow. Yeah, I can just look into that. Type that thing in the search engine. And voila, there you go. Discipline. particular disciples. You know, disciples are we the people. If we really following or walking with Christ, rather, if we walking with Christ, we are disciples of Christ. We are Christ's beings. And we must be disciplined in the way. The way is love, truth, love, truth, freedom, peace, justice. Love, truth, free, love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. If I'm gonna say that the correct way. No particular order. However, we got things simple for us now. We went from the 613 laws to the laws of Ma'at to the 10 commandments to love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Along the way, everything has been made easier for us. So we must be disciplined. We must have responsibility. We must be responsible for the things we putting out, taking in, more so taking in, and how we respond to things. Be disciplined, my people.